Hey everyone, welcome back to the shop. Version 1.9, 1133.42, stardate 972.R. The limo, I got a bunch of parts on order for the limo. So things will be progressing throughout the week and over the next couple of weeks because parts take a little while to get for older cars. And for the stuff that I want to do with this car, there's there's a little bit of time involved. It's not plug and play. This is not an LS. This is a 383 stroker, and this is not a Corvette. So things don't happen in 20 minutes. It takes a lot when you're doing a custom vehicle like this. It takes a lot. It's a lot like building a race car, but instead of primarily focusing on safety and speed and brakes, we're focusing on functionality and looks and trying to keep with the theme of the car. The theme of this car is class and subtlety, and I'm just kidding. There's the theme of this car is it's a limo with a hot tub in the back. That's the theme of the car. It's not like it's not like it can be something else. It's not a track weapon or Perry to the car rally vehicle. Yeah, sorry. I don't mean to confuse anyone, but I wanted to go over some of the stuff that I do since we have a couple of days. I wanted to go over some of the things I do with projects, and this is something I've been doing for years. And this is a lot of some of it you guys have heard before, but I'll put it out there for the new folks that have joined us. Which, by the way, thank you guys for subscribing, and thanks to everyone who's spreading the word and people who are enjoying what we're doing here. I should say what I'm doing here because, as you can tell, there's no one here but me. So one of the things I do when I do a project is I like to go and get a notebook. And for each project, I have a notebook, and it's just this regular. You can do Trapper Keeper if you want. This is the Mead 5-star. It's kind of thick. It's about 3/4 of an inch thick, and it's just a 5 category notebook. And get a pen, obviously. The notebook has slots for launch your pen on the floor, for receipts and stuff like that, and then different categories. So I take notes when I do modifications, whenever I'm doing any kind of repair work. So I do the date and then what I did, and kind of specific, but not super specific. And then you have other stuff in here, changes that you've done to the car, all of that. We have another project in here that was a day project in my shop. And I also have, just tons of receipts for the different parts of the car, the powertrain, the electrical, etc. I also have a spot in the back for the big stuff, like the package you get from Blueprint Engines that has all your warranty, it has your dyno sheet, it has all the parts list and everything. These guys are really good. And then like the Sniper, whoa, there goes a receipt. Thanks, fam. The Sniper manual, which is very, very handy. Super customer service at Holly, and B&M instructions. So stuff like that I keep in the back. And then I get just a regular manila folder like this one. Write the year, date, and model on the car. And this has all of the title and license plate and all of that stuff in there as well. And this folder goes with the car. So anytime I'm doing anything with the car, I can write it down and be like, okay, wired in battery number 3, checked, voltage, power isolator, battery isolator, and all okay. And I just write that, as today's date, whatever. That's what I did on the car. It's just kind of a worksheet of everything that was done on the car. And it kind of helps, especially when you're trying to troubleshoot. You, when did I look at the battery isolator? Was that a week ago? Was that 2 weeks ago? And I can go back and look. I don't have to do it all from memory. So that's that's really helpful. And also, if someone else is going to work on the car, you can leave the book in the car, and they can look and they can see, oh yeah, installed new exhaust, May 2024, and they're like, oh, okay, so it only has the exhaust on the last year. So that's the fun part about having this, is it's very helpful for others as well, if you let other people work on your gear, which is not common at my place. Just also as an update for you guys, last time I pulled the car out, you saw a big puddle of ATF. I figured out what that was. The drain cap on the transmission pan somehow was finger loose. I don't know where that came loose, whether it was in transport or whether it happened during loading or what, but when I started the engine, it just, obviously cycled that stuff and sent it out. So I was under the car and it was just finger tight, and it was like 4 turns, and it was tight, cleaned everything up, got it tight. Then again, fortunate, we won't have any leaks now. The one leak I did find was when I was cleaning out the tub. There is a long pipe, and I'll show you guys when we get underneath the tub. I'll show you guys all the plumbing and stuff for it. From the drain in the tub, there's a long pipe that goes forward, and just behind the driver's seat is a downspout with a main cutoff. So when I moved the car, I power washed the car yesterday, got it as clean as I could, and cleaned out the hot tub, and I still have to wipe everything down. But when I pulled it in and it went level, the car started to drain, and I was like, what the hell? It shouldn't drain because the main valve is locked off. And I looked underneath, and sure enough, it is leaking from where the elbow is to the straight portion of pipe. So that's going to have to get replaced, resealed, whatever. That's where the majority of the water has been coming from inside the car. So if you have the main drain shut off, it's still going to leak out of that. That's why they've had the corrosion there. You fill up the hot tub, you don't really notice it because everything's loud and all of that. But if you leave water in there, it's going to slowly leak. So when I leveled off the car, all that water went into that drain. Yeah. So I found the leak, and I found the other leak, repaired both of those. By the way, Rockstar, you can drop off pallets. I know I don't have a ton of room here. I'll make room. So yeah, I'll just leave this here. So the other thing I noticed, and that's because it's really quiet here, in the door, the latch lever is still dangling. Get off me, bug. So I don't know if you guys can hear that. So when you open and close the door, the latch lever is just tapping against the door. So one of the things I'm going to put on the list is, foam around the latch lever. It's a rod about yay long, and it's supposed to go to a door latch. The door latch is obviously gone, but it's still hanging there on the inside mechanism. So I'm just going to put a piece of pool noodle foam, a couple of zip ties. That'll keep it quiet forever and ever. It doesn't weigh anything. Will last forever. No one ever sees it because it's inside the door card. It's actually inside the door. The other thing I found was a stereo for the car. Not super loud, but it's enough to have, it has extra power. It has 4 speakers, and it has extra power for a sub in the rear. So if we have room for everything, we can also have a sub, hopefully in the back of the car, between the water tanks and the hot tub. We'll be able to have a subwoofer back there. It's going to be like super tight, and it'll probably have to be built in place. I don't think it'll be one where you can kind of slide it in because you have a support bracket here and you have a hot tub here. There's no way to get in. You'd have to do it in little tiny pieces. So we'll probably just build it in place and get speakers in there so we have a nice, full sound. We'll do a crossover, all that fun stuff. These doors already have crossovers in them, which is really funny because they have the tweeter and the 5 1/4 inch. So they have this huge old school crossover. It's very funny. They have digital crossovers now that are programmable and all that. They're a lot nicer. So we'll probably update that stuff too. But I did find a cool stereo. It's white. It's Bluetooth, so it just hooks up to your phone. Does AM FM. I think that's kind of all we need right now, right? I can't remember the last time I touched a CD. We also have plumbing stuff coming for the hot tub. Some of that's going to be here tomorrow. Some of it's going to be here at the end of the week. So again, we'll have the hot tub running, but not right away. I need these parts in order to get this thing moving water, bubbling water, and removing water. So it's difficult finding parts, even though there's pool places all over. You can throw a rock and hit a pool store. They don't do hot tubs. They kind of look down on hot tubs as peasantry, and so trying to get parts from local pool shops not as easy as you think. What else? I wanted to. I was just going to wipe down the hot tub. I was going to give you guys a little different perspective. The one thing I am going to do is clean off the windshield. After the last 6-8 months and the trip down here, the windshield, both sides, absolutely filthy. And so I was going to turn off the fan, get very sweaty, and wipe off the windshield and get some kind of protection on it. The stuff I use, and there's a lot of really good glass cleaners out there, but the stuff I use, simple. Sprayway glass cleaner. It's done its job for years and years and years. So if it's not broken, don't fix it kind of thing. So I'm going to turn off the BAF and see if we can't get this clean. I grab a couple of paper towels. There's a big wolf spider over here earlier. Wonder where he's gone. Actually, I just hope he's gone. This stuff is great and it smells really good. I don't know what it is about this smell. It smells like, I don't know, college, maybe high school. Maybe that's the smell. Just, it's been around forever. So that's probably what I'm smelling. It's a big ass windshield too. As far as I know, this is the original windshield. Oh, this is so gross. You can feel all of the stuff on the windshield. Oh, is that gross? That's my handprint. Oh, that's nasty. That's what's on. Oh, this is so bad. Oh, this side isn't any better. You can feel it. If you're trying to feel how smooth something is, put something very thin in between your hand and the surface, and you'll be able to feel how smooth something is. Like I can feel whatever was right there. I can feel that which is gone. Sometimes you can't feel it with just your hand. Oh, this side wasn't any better. Oh, we're gonna have to hit all of this again. We're gonna have to hit it like 3 times. And here's another pro tip for you. I've told you guys this before. If you're cleaning a windshield or a piece of glass and you're going to do both sides, do the outside horizontal, do the inside vertical, or vice versa, whichever. This way you can tell where your streaks are. If you do the outside horizontal and you have horizontal streaks, you know it's on the outside. You won't spend half an hour trying to get the stuff done from the inside. We're going to have to hose this off again. So I'm going to go do the inside now. Inside probably won't be as bad. And I know I cheated. I already had the door popped. Sorry. This stuff does smell really good. I don't know what the smell is, or scent, or whatever you want to call it. Hey, let's do the rearview mirror too. Not that it's does any good. Rearview mirror really is kind of for looks in here. That's not supposed to be a pun, but it is. Oh, I'm so scared to do this. It's gonna be just as gross as the other one. Oh no, he's actually pretty darn smooth. He's pretty darn smooth. And the other nice part is on the interior and most of the deck, you can just use fiberglass cleaner. You can use kind of an all-purpose, like Formula 409 or whatever, and that gets stuff pretty darn clean. I still have a bunch of crap on the outside here. Oh, this is so bad. I might actually have to clay bar this windshield. I mean, that's how bad it is. So let me this pass. I'm just gonna get the dash here. And some of this is actually that Saharan dust that they were talking about. It's pretty amazing to see it like in the sunshine. You think you have a super clear day, and then all of a sudden the sky gets kind of hazy, and it's a blast of that Saharan dust coming through. It's it's pretty amazing actually. Recycle those. Um, God, yeah, the outside is pretty rough. Maybe we just clay bar. I might just clay bar the outside. That's how rough it is. Oh, you can just feel it. Oh, all right. Let's get the rearview mirror here. I might swap out to a different rearview mirror. This one looks. I mean, the car is anything but plain, so to have a plain rearview mirror seems kind of plain. So I might have to switch that out to something. Yeah, like this glass cleaner works great on this on the dash. And we do have Sarasota Cars and Coffee coming up on Saturday, but this thing's definitely not going to be ready for that. So there's not much water left in here. I cleaned out a ton of the stuff in here. So get some more of that out. Yeah, let's run a clay bar over that. I'm really curious now how bad it actually is. Where's my old crap detailer? Do I still have some? By the way, my tray that I keep my clay bars in, I keep a little bit of water in them. You can't really see. Hey, Liz. But I keep just like maybe just the bottom, and that just keeps things moist and keeps it from drying out. Where did my crap detailer go? I thought I had. Oh, here's some. Okay, I'll just use this. This is the stuff we were using on the truck. Hopefully, it's not like chemically reactive to spray way. I don't think anything is, but let's just clay bar the windshield just for grins. I'm just curious. If I clay barred the car, it would be an entirely different color. Can't do that. We'll just do this quick. We'll see how it turns out. Oh, oh my God. Oh, you guys. I'm this is Look at that. Is that nuts? Ah, holy crap. And you can feel it when you're running this over the glass. You can feel it pick up all that dirt and all the stuff that's tried to burn in. Oh my God. It's amazing. Holy crap. Wow. Yeah, I'll go at a couple of different angles so I don't miss anything. Oh my gosh. Okay, there you go. That's from one side of the windshield. That's amazing. I'm going to use the backside here. Do this side. Oh, God. It's like, I don't know. I'm trying to explain the feeling. You can feel it when you do it. You can feel it's smooth for a second and then it'll catch on something. When it catches on something, that's the chunks of dirt and the contaminants and all this other stuff that the clay is going to pick up out of the car or out of in this case, the windshield. Holy crap. All the stuff at the cowl. Wow. Wow. Remember, I already wiped this down with glass cleaner. And this is how much stuff is already still on it. So even though this is why you like clay bar your car, why I did those. So you can clean your car all you want. But if you want that super smooth finish, this is what you have to do. God. And this lip right here, this lower section, stuff comes off the edge and bumps up onto this and just catches on a nice hot windshield. Wow. All right, I'll show you guys this half of the windshield. I haven't flipped the clay or molded it over or anything. I'm just going to keep it on this one section. I'll mold it over in a minute. All right. That is just the passenger side of the cleaned glass. That's how much stuff was on there. God, that's amazing. I think it's amazing. If you guys don't think it's amazing, sorry. Oh, I got to put my glasses on for this. Jack's Wax clay bars, yeah, good stuff. Um, these are from a different company. They work okay. The Jack's Wax stuff is really nice. I believe their bars are gray. I don't think their bars are yellow. Their bars might be white or gray, but the finishing clay is basically the same. It'll be, dyed a different color. This stuff is cheap and easy, and Jack's Wax was out of their clay bar kits. So we're going to mash this together. We're going to hose this off again. And that's just amazing. I don't know. I might clay bar the deck. God, maybe tomorrow. So we'll add some more juice and see if we can get this thing a little cleaner. That's stunning. I've never clay barred this, so it's nice to get rid of that crap product so I can just get my Jack's Wax stuff. God. This side feels a lot better. There's still big chunks here. Wow. Oh, yeah, right there. A lot of this stuff you can't see. It's so tiny that you can't really see it. You think you have a clear windshield and you're like, hey, everything's great up here. And then all of a sudden you're like, hey, what the hell? When you do this, you're like, oh my God, where'd all that stuff come from? And then also when you look through the windshield, you'll be like, oh, this is so much better than before. So all good. Try and get the edges and the corners. But you also try not to leave clay on anything. Yeah. The center of the car, there's a ton of stuff. It's cool when you can feel it grab and then you go over it and then all of a sudden it's super smooth. It's a very satisfying feeling. Oh yeah, this feels a million times better. That's the other thing. Don't push too hard. Let the clay pick the stuff up. If you push too hard, you can actually etch stuff in there. So the clay normally does a really good job of grabbing and sticking, but if you push too hard, you can definitely scratch. So that's like with most tools. Let the tool do the work, right? It's a tool. Occasionally it might need a little help, but usually you can let the tool do the work. Oh, wow. This is a lot better. Hey, Mr. Tiny Bee, how are you upside down? Don't stay upside down. All right, we got to help Mr. B out. I don't know how he ended up upside down. And what the hell are you doing awake? Shouldn't you be in a nest somewhere or a hive or whatever? All right, come here, buddy. I have my help the bugs out card. It's actually a please do not touch card. So there we go. Oh, dude, there you go. All right, all right, all right, all right. Relax. Why can't you flip over? Okay, let's get you back in the bush here. There you go. Hey, Kev, how come you don't just kill the bug? Because I'm also the guy who cleans up the shop. People who, they'll just step on a bug and then they'll leave. That's great. Guess who gets to clean that shit up? Oh, sorry, right on the mic. Me. I'm the guy who gets to clean that shit up. So it's easier to grab a piece of cardboard, pick up the bug, fling him back outside where there's way more food for him or her. I'm not sexist. Holy crap. This feels 1,000 times better. It's actually super smooth. And there's a lot less dirt on there. This is all the stuff that clay didn't grab, but is now loose. So, oh yeah. It also might be some stuff from under the cowl. So, way, 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 way better. Very nice. All right, simple. So yeah, if you want a super, super clean windshield, I don't know, does that look any better to you guys? Hopefully it looks a little cleaner. Obviously the inside needs help. but the outside is definitely clean. The stuff on the top edge here. So yeah, progress. Probably won't have to do that for another, 3 or 4 months. And just one of those things. I mean, I'm just looking at it here, and I can tell you that the glass looks 100 times better. The inside doesn't feel like clay bar necessary, but I suppose I could if I really wanted to. And because I'm psychotic, I might. But yeah, that looks a lot better. And since I have this out, I'm going to use as much of these paper towels as possible and get as much of this water and dirt out of the tub as possible. This stuff has fallen in here over the last couple of days. Yeah, pretty gross. All right. Into the recycle bin. Use our other cloth. This will work fine. See if we can get the rest of that wetness out. Oh, a little gel coat crack right there. Okay, fairly clean tub. Get the rest of this stuff with just a multi-purpose cleaner. Now, the other thing I want to do is when I back the car out, I want it to remain a lot more level. My driveway is very steep because of flooding and storm surge and stuff. So I'm going to take the race ramps from, where the hell are they? Right there. And take those race ramps and I'm going to set them outside. When I back the car out, the car will be a lot more level when it goes out. Won't be perfectly level, but it'll be a lot more level. So put our glass cleaner away because we clay barred. So glass, hopefully that from here, the glass looks fantastic. So hopefully the glass looks good for you guys. I can't really tell. What's it say? Looks clean from here? Cleaner from here. Okay, cool. Thank you. Yeah, so I'm going to get these ramps out. It takes a minute. I'm also going to restart the fan because it's nice and toasty down here. While I don't mind sweating, it is a lot. They have these pictures stored up here because I haven't hung them yet because I've been working on car projects. So I have to bring these down carefully. There's a really nice framed metallic print, me doing a burnout in my Viper. And I don't have that one anymore. I don't know what happened to it. Wish I did, but I don't. So these guys are the tiny guys we don't need. Now, the other trick with these Don't let them fall down at 11 o'clock at night because it'll sound like a gunshot. Your neighbors will be pissed. So I'm going to get these guys out so that, and then they'll go wide on the car. And that way I know where to place them. So if I set them on the outside, I can back the car out, line them up, and then push them wheel deep, pull the car forward, back it right on. Should be pretty straightforward. Should be. The other thing that would be nice is to be able to park the truck in the driveway, because right now the limo's taking up a lot of the driveway when it's parked outside. So to be able to park the truck in the driveway would be nice. So I need to shift it that way. I'm way too far over. And if you don't have a set of race ramps, they're expensive as hell, but they're very useful. It's basically styrofoam with a wood frame around the corners and like a heavy duty rhino liner, truck bed liner. They're very expensive, but they're very useful. So you can use boards, 2x8s. They work fine too. This is just a more elegant solution. What's really funny is their website. Actually, I haven't been in a while. They might have updated it, but their website was comical. It was like Microsoft front page. It was done very quickly. So grab this last ramp and then put the fan back on. Look for huntsman spiders, which there aren't any. Yay! Those guys are fast, very fast. Very, very fast. Set these wider because we have to move over. And those guys should be okay. Okay. By the way, fun fact, did you know that spiders' legs don't have any muscles in them? It's all hydraulic. It's blood. They pump blood through them in order to move them. Crazy, right? That's why normally when you see a spider that's dead, the blood stops pumping, which means their legs curl up. So yeah, they actually don't have any muscles in there. It's exoskeleton and blood. Crazy, right? I didn't know that. Not an entomologist, so we'll get the fan back on here. Oh yeah. Put some of this stuff back. So it's kind of out of the way. I'll figure out a spot for those later. So the other thing I'm working on are headlights for the car. Finding the headlights that I want to do on the car, not as easy as you think. It's actually a lot more complicated. And the things I want to do, I have in my head, but bringing them to reality is a lot different. Same thing with the grill. I have that two-piece Cadillac grill, but I'm not sure I really want to use it. Even when it's completely together and painted and everything and installed, it's still, the asymmetry drives me nuts. Still need to work on that stuff. So I'm still working on a design for that. I might do a 4-piece, 1, 2, 3, 4-piece setup, because right now these bars that you see, that's what the whole grill is. They block almost all the air for the radiator. So the fans are working overtime trying to keep the car cool. So I need to get air in there. Now, this car was originally designed to drive about 100 feet. And that's it. So nobody cared, right? Who gives a shit if it overheats or not? Because we're not driving it very far. So if you are going to drive it any sort of distance or for length of time, you need to have air passing through the radiator in order to cool the coolant, and et cetera, et cetera. So I need something different up there than these. These are metal tubes. This is gas line, like for your house. Like if you go outside your house and you look for natural gas line, that's what this is, but it's painted white. Um, and there's a ton of these. There's what, 50, 60 of them? They're all welded in. It's just weird. It looks cool, but I would have used PVC pipe because this car is already 6,000 pounds. I would not have added another 250 pounds to the car with gas line. So I have some very cool ideas for the headlights. I just need to figure out a way to install them, get them mounted and functioning properly. Because I want a low beam and a high beam, that sort of thing. And uh, also, I have figured out rear tail lights. We're going to use LED taillights, but actual with multiple LEDs. And I found a really cool set for trailers that will fit in the, now in this car, it's a long vertical. It's 8 or 10 inches long, and it's about an inch and a half wide. So I found a really cool red and clear. Actually, I think it's no, it's red with a clear bottom, and the clear bottom is also the turn signal. It's a switchback, so it's orange and clear. I found a really cool LED one that can go in there, and then you put the bezel over it, and that'll shape it. So um, a trailer for like a car trailer or a cargo trailer, those can work really well as regular taillights. They're road legal, all that stuff. So we're going to do that just because we have that super elongated shape. Um, and having the switchback where it's clear, and then if you have a turn signal on, it's orange. That's important because I didn't want red, clear, and orange. That kind of kills. Hey, nice orange on your car that's white and black. Red taillights, totally get. That is just a legal thing. You got to have that. So red would work fine, but I didn't want the orange on there. And I don't want the orange up here. So we'll do switchbacks up here too, where it's clear. And then when you turn the turn signal on, these will go orange, 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 and then they turn off and they go back to white. So that's the difficult part, is finding these things. You have this idea in your head and then finding the correct part for it. It's very difficult. You have this great idea, but apparently no one else does. So that's the hardest part about doing custom stuff. When you do race stuff, a lot of people have already done that. They've done a roll cage, or they've done uh, a camera mount on the roll bar, or they've done the suspension stuff or whatever. So you're like, oh yeah, well, I'll just go to XYZ company and get their control arms. It doesn't work like that when you're doing custom one-off stuff like this. You have to find a very specific part, or you have to fabricate it yourself. With the headlights, it's almost to the point where I'm going to have to fabricate it myself, or purchase a whole bunch of parts and build something to work with this car. That's the hard part. But I don't shy away from that. I'm not like, oh damn, and just stop and sell this thing and be done with it. No, we'll keep going. We'll keep doing it. I'm gonna finish this thing, and it'll be a ton of fun. Absolute ton of fun. Um, so I think that's about it for tonight. I'll do the ramp. You guys don't want to watch me line up the ramps. I will not be back here tomorrow in the shop. I will be in Orlando. I have a friend in town with Continental who's doing a Continental Tire event up in Orlando. So be with BMW. I think we're still with BMWs. I think it's BMWs. And so I'll be with him. If we can, we'll do a live from wherever he's at up there, or it might be just us having dinner, talking old school stuff. When we're both with SRT track experience and driving cars, ripping around the track with the Skip Barber guys and all the crazy stories with that. So you guys want, we'll be back. If I can, I'll see if I can talk him into doing something like that, at least for like 10 or 20 minutes. And then I will be back here on Wednesday with parts. So we'll have parts. We'll be able to do stuff on the car. And I think that's about it. By the way, get a battery maintainer for your car. Get these guys. Noco Genius. This is the 2 amp one. This is for the Miata. Go. This car currently has 2 battery maintainers. Noco Genius 5 on both ends. Keep your battery charged. There's nothing worse than going to start your car and there's nothing there. It's terrible. Or in this case, trying to fire up the air system, the air compressor, and it's like and you don't have air. So those are like $50, maybe they might be $60 now. It's well worth it. They're gonna last years and years and years. I have a super old one. Where is it? Here you go. This is the Noco Genius 3500. This one's old. This one's probably maybe 8 or 9 years old. You can tell. I dragged it. It was still hooked up to the Viper, and I dragged it across the pavement. So this thing still works great. And it repairs batteries too, so it'll desulfate all the plates, load them back up. They last a long time, so it's well worth the investment. If your car's going to be stored, if you're going to be parked for more than a week or 2, please get a maintainer. Not only does it save you the hassle of having a car that starts every time, but your battery is going to last a lot longer. Batteries are so uncheap. I put a battery in the trailer that I borrowed, $250. That's a marine battery, and marine batteries are everywhere down here. Batteries are stupid expensive now. So it's worth it to make the investment to make them last longer. If you can make them last, 3, 4 years or 5 years, that pays for itself. Think about it that way. Very handy to have. That's it for tonight. We'll do a bunch of other stuff. Thanks for hanging with me to do the windshield and clay bar on it. It looks beautiful now. I should clay bar the whole car, but I don't have that much time left in my life. Plus, I'm not going to clay bar anything until after it's painted. I mean, that's ridiculous. It's like putting lacquer on dog poop. I'm sure it's shiny and everything, but it's still dog poop. So I'm not going to do that. But yeah, I'll be back here the rest of the week. So tomorrow night, Orlando. Wednesday, back here. Wednesday evening, back here. And then depending on when parts show up, Thursday, Friday, possibly. So thank you guys very much for hanging out tonight. I appreciate it. I'm glad everyone's enjoying this and enjoying this insane car. I absolutely love it. So I'm having a great time with it, and I'm going to keep going until this is 100% and other people get to enjoy it too. So don't forget to hit the subscribe and tell folks about the channel. They can subscribe too. Again, I don't get paid a dime for any of this. This is all me, passing along knowledge to you guys, and hopefully someone gets something out of it. I'm grateful for that. When people come up to me and they're like, "Hey man, thanks for telling me to get a maintainer. Totally saved me when, my Chevy Monza wouldn't start. And I got a maintainer now. It starts every time." So I love hearing those stories when you guys send me that. Those are great. If you have any questions, comments, whatever, shoot me a message. I get back to you guys right away. I have it set up where any comments I get in email, so I jump right back on YouTube and send a reply. And also, for those of you that have my cell number, you guys can text me, whatever. And I think that's about it, right? So we're at 12:40. I got to start this thing. So I'm gonna be kind of nice. And yeah, if you guys want to shoot me a message, if there's something you want to see on the limo, definitely tell me. I'm happy to go through the engine. We'll definitely be going underneath the deck to where all the plumbing is and the air compressors and everything else. And we'll be going through the tanks in the trunk as well. There'll be a ton of stuff in the trunk, the batteries, the a ton of the electronics. So we'll go through all of that stuff. I'll get as detailed as I can. So yeah, if there's something else you guys want to see, let me know. Um, don't forget to show someone that you love them. Give them a kiss on the cheek, give them a kiss on the tip of their nose, hold their hand, give it a squeeze. It's really important for them, but it is far more important for you. All right. Thanks, everyone. Have a great night. We will talk to you soon. Damn, that windshield looks good. You can see right through that thing. Wow. Nice.